Howdy everyone, and welcome to the stream. Hope you all are doing alright. Today we're going to be drawing some portraits. We have the Lafo that we need to get to, which those who don't know, he is the Viking. I probably should pull him up, I suppose. And we need to draw, well no, that's it. We'll try to get to another one if we can. I have been working here lately on the cutscene system and everything. I'll go ahead and show that off. As well as a few other things. We have Mad Catter, I don't think I think I've did since the last stream. Sort of touched him up a little bit, got him going, doing some concept art on the Discord. We drew the well and the anvil. I think the mace, but I can't remember. And we've been working on more of the mushroom stuff in the Discord as well. Mad Catter looks amazing. I thank you. I'm actually really happy with him. Pretty cool. Like, I don't know. Really happy. Alright, and I'll show you the cutscene system I've been working on as well, which I'm thinking I might do a quick video on. I was hoping to do just one more on the enemy faction system, but the cutscene system is pretty cool, and I think I need to do another, probably 2 more videos between now and the Kickstarter. So we have here, this is where you'll start the game, and then you'll see these sprouts. And this is the sort of introduce you to the concept of the combat, how that works and everything like that. So I'm probably going to reduce their wander radius so they're closer together, maybe have them stick together. And then you'll encounter the system right here where the best friend is in combat with the skellies. You engage that. She'll walk up there and wait for you, and then when you get close enough, there's this placeholder text. And then she'll guide you to your house. So that's the kind of thing I've been working on. She'll wait on you, she'll speed up as you get ahead. And if you try to cut ahead of her, she'll get even faster, which is pretty cool. And she'll catch up to you. So that's what we've been doing. And his wander's broken for whatever reason. I'll have to fix that. And that's who we're drawing today, by the way. We're drawing old Lafo. And then when she gets here, she'll wait. And now I had some other stuff here as well, but I changed a lot of things. So that's where we are. Admiral Fly, there's going to be a lot of decorations. Next month is dedicated to decorations. Probably going to be a lot of art streams on the Discord, to be honest. So today we're going to be doing Lafo, his portrait. And that system, by the way, it's a little, I'm throwing it together like really quickly right now. We have, it works like this. I'll just give a quick little demonstration of it. I think it's this one. Yeah. So I create these little scripts here, not there. That's for getting the entities, because when you start the game, they will wait for you until the time, until you get close enough for it to do anything. So they're there, and they will stay there until you hit this trigger right here. So that's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that I've been doing, which is all that. Then I've got cues and actions and all fun stuff. Lots of fun stuff. Anyhow, not bought is rude. I didn't even shout. Well, we're just testing them out. We just added them today. I did forget to post in live streams. I did. 1 second, right quick. We will do that. Oh. And then we will get started. Whoops. Oh, come on now. Okay. Will goblins be in the game? I don't think so. Goblins are very, very generic. And I'm wanting, with enemies, I'm wanting to be really unique with them. I don't want to throw in just some common fodder, except for the skellies. Skellies is about as common as it gets. And even they are pretty interesting, in my opinion. And then we'll have different variants of the skellies, because the necromancer is going to have an entire undead army. So he'll have liches and skellies and maybe skelly archers. Right. Where's the bunny? Oh, let's show the bunny real quick as well. The bunny, I'm going to try to get him into the demo. That'll probably be at once I get the gameplay laid out. Like I showed you what I have worked on with the demo so far. I'm building the demo up. Just like I do my art with the silhouette. I start with the silhouette first, and then I lay in the features. I'm doing that with the demo as well. I'm building out the gameplay, and then I'm going to add in all the little fun features. So once I have that done, I want to start working on a few more enemies probably. And the fun bun is going to be one, which I'm about to show right quick for those new to the streams. We will probably draw some more enemies. We also touched up the spirit a bit, which I'll show as well. So, I have the fun button here, but it is a sprite sheet. I can tell you what I can import. Oops. Fun button run. Okay, so there should be 4 tile width. That's something like that. That's the fun button. It's not going to animate properly, but you get the idea. And I don't want to take too much time on it. And then, this one? That's the older stuff. Anyhow, what we're going to do is a portrait. We're going to pull up a portrait for reference. We need to get LAFO as well, because we'll be using him to get colors and stuff. And here, he is. Actually, we can pull him this here. So this is who we're going to start out with. Probably need to fix those eyebrows. Eyebrows have become an enemy thing. And so that might be a little confusing. Hey, Jake Friend. Welcome to Jake Friend. Looking at the cast of characters of so many NPCs. That's not even all of them. We have a lot of NPCs. I don't think it's all of them. We have a few more there. Dirt Squirrel and the old man. Dirt Squirrel's going to be funny. Yeah. Maybe that is it. That might be it. Okay. A blacksmith is not here, which I want to redo her at really, really soon. Might be the next stream. I need to make a note of that. Okay. I really hope Nightbot's doing a good job. Okay. So I'm going to pull up. It seems very aggressive. Okay. So we have, you'll notice a very common thing with my portraits. They're not all that exciting. They're very common. We're going to try to break that today. We're going to experiment a little bit. Usually experimentation leads to bad things, but we will try to get there. So we're going to put this, boom. I'm going to do that. As a sort of reference, or do we do Teddy? Teddy probably makes more sense. Let's do Teddy. Or I'll tell you what, we'll do both, and we can flip back and forth, but we're probably going to be looking at Teddy for the most of it. Bring our color here, and then we need one for ourselves. And I think this is 64 by 64. All right. So I wonder who made Nightbot so angry. He's doing well. Okay. Just making sure, because all I'm seeing is Nightbot, being potentially abusive, but we'll see. All right. So, Luffo, what kind of pose do we want to do for him? Not most seems to be doing a bad job. Oh, okay. We'll see. What kind of pose do we want to do? He's a grumpy Viking. He has a tiny helmet. The helmet's a little bigger than it's supposed to be now that I look at it. It was supposed to be a tiny helmet with big horns. Might have missed it. Let's see what. I don't see where he. Okay, small head. We also need to pull up the beardless version so people can get an idea of that. Because the beardless version is hilarious. And I want to add some kind of moment in the game where he loses his beard, maybe. So, so here is beardless Lafo. I think we started with this and added the beard afterwards. It's so good. Oh. Let's see. Give him a family heirloom for some reason. Nah, I think we need some kind of story element for that to fit in. By the way, he has a story thing. He's shipwrecked on the island, not the island. He's shipwrecked in a town, and he's trying to build his boat back so he can get back home. We've had a few. A beardless version. It would be funny if he could lose it and somehow get it back on, like maybe it's a wig. We'll have to see. Bushy eyebrows. See, the thing about the eyebrows, though, is that that's what we do for enemies. And Alpha is not an enemy. Probably. But I gave him the eyebrows so he could look grumpy. And it works. It does its job. It looks very grumpy. But he could also be mistaken for an enemy. And see, you remove the brows and he becomes happy. Or just shocked. So, what if we sort of play with this a little bit? Because I do need to fix that. Man, just a couple pixels. They change everything. The witch tries to fix his sneezing. The witch has to do it, absolutely. Let's see. Blonde beard, brown eyebrows. Well, it was meant to be darker. Like if we could try that, but it doesn't really stand out. And if I wanted to go with it, I'd probably go with a darker beard. Maybe. We'll have to play around with it. We do need to get sort of his color. Well, no, we can always change it later. We can always change the colors pretty easily in the portrait, so it's not that big of a deal. I kind of like the more blondish, though. But I don't like the lighter brows. He doesn't look exactly evil, so I don't know if people mistake him for an enemy. Yeah. Well, that's sort of the thing, though. It's like all enemies, you'll notice if I pull them up. It's a bit of a thing, like a theme in itself. Here. Like they all have an eyebrow thing going on. Him not, which is interesting enough. No, he don't have it. But that's sort of the thing we run with. His eyebrows, he was meant to be a mournful ghost, and I kind of changed his eyes because when you knock his skull off, he turns into this evil, angry, wraith kind of thing. And so I was trying to play around with the eyes a bit. His eyes were originally blue, which made him look more mournful. I might flip it. I don't want that to be confusing, though. So we'll deal with that one later. Hair color can vary over a person. Hair color also, if I'm not mistaken, it also changes. He could also dye his hair. Maybe he's only half Viking. And so he dyes his hair because thanks to his mother's non-Viking heritage. He's actually brown-headed. Doesn't it say in the boxes or something like to not dye your brows or something like that? I'm not sure. I think the blue eyes would look more spirity. That's the idea. Let me pull up the old one. I think I can pull up the old one still. The old one was meh. I changed the graphic, the spirit body itself for much for the better. But I should be in the old one. No. Maybe it's no. I think we had a couple. Here he is. Okay. So this was his eyes before. And as you can see, much more mournful. switch it back right quick and see what that looks like. I'll do it over top. Yeah. And we'll do the other one. But like he turns into this thing, and I want this thing to be like, you know, very aggressive and angry and that kind of thing, giving me Undertale vibes. Now I haven't played it, so I wouldn't know what the talking about the skelly thing. Skellies are pretty common. All right, but anyhow, back to this guy. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on the silhouette a bit while we try to figure this stuff out. I like the idea of the hair color thing though. Now, like I said, I want to experiment with the silhouette a bit. I might even look at some references for portraits here in a second. Like even specifically Viking references. I want to add more personality. Because all my portraits they face that direction. They sort of blank faced. And I want to add more personality to my portraits. It's going to be a learning thing. It's something that I'll have to learn over time. But I say we start working on it now. Maybe a character that is trying to hide the fact that they are a robot, but badly. Yeah, okay. Let's see. An axe or a dagger attached. Yes, we probably want to give him an axe. He is going to serve the lumberjack plus carpenter role. You know, like you'll buy your furniture from him, that kind of thing. Sort of like how Robin did in Stardew Valley. So he'll probably have an axe. It would be great if he uses a battle axe to chop down trees. So, cat dust. Yes, I think he absolutely has to use a battle axe, which we drew, by the way. I don't know if I showed that. We did, I think in the last stream or something like that. Still working on it, but yeah, that's the general idea in a mace. Which mace looks pretty cool. I'm excited to add that one. I think it'll probably have like a lot of knockback or something like that. Let me close these. And there. Very tiny battle axe. He's a small, tiny battle axe. Yes. Let's go. Well, let's figure out what that would look like in proportion to his body. If he's holding it. I'm going to add a layer. And we're going to change him up to the idle position here. Alright. So I just want to see what it looks like if he were to be holding it. Because maybe he could do some... Because I do have the enemy faction system that allows NPCs to fight enemies. Like I demonstrated at the start of the stream. So let's just sort of look at what this would look like. We ain't going to spend too much time on it. I just sort of want to get an idea for the size so that we can maybe incorporate it into the portrait. Oh, it'll be tough with so few pixels, but I think this will look great. He could drag the giant battle axe and never be able to properly sing it. The giant battle axe is also another possibility. That's also just as hilarious. We'll play with that one as well. I think we need more curve on it this way. A bendy battle axe? No. Question about the enemy faction NPC battle you showed. What if the player chooses to wait it out and watch instead of helping? Now, I don't have it incorporated, but I'm wanting to keep track of how much damage the player did. If they didn't do anything, then maybe she mentions it. And there's going to be a relationship system. So like things that I'll demonstrate at the start as well. Like you'll say something to her. Potentially one of those options will pop up a heart above her head to show that, you know, that she likes that. Now, what I'm thinking is, if you don't encounter the battle, she's like, I was screaming for help. Where were you? And then like you'll see like a negative sign or something like that, like a minus heart pop up over her head. So that's what I'm thinking. All right. See, I think like I really want to play into the relationship system that you'll have with these NPCs. Everybody, Teddy, the snail dude, they'll have a relationship, and you can say things to them that sort of influence that. And so that will help with design as well, because you certainly could. Like, I could do it right now. I could run up here, try to avoid the sprouts, but don't look like I'm gonna be able to. These sprouts, they're great, and I want to keep them there because I'll forget to add them back later. But it's kind of a pain when you're trying to debug this over and over again. But certainly, I could just sort of chill out here and watch them fight it out. Now, she can't take damage right now, by the way. For some reason, the skellies don't damage her, which is interesting. And also, she could permanently die. Not in, like, permanently. Like, if you reload the level, it wouldn't. But, like, it doesn't account for any of that yet, but it will. And I'm thinking whenever she dies, like, whenever an NPC dies, they'll probably just take a knee or whatever. Like, imagine Skyrim NPCs, but like, probably none of them will ever die. Outside of the story reasons, but... Is a teammate in the game now? Yes, there is. This game's going to have party members. The best friend is going to be one of them, as well as Mad Catter. We drew them in a recent stream, like in a specifically dedicated to drawing party members. She's one, Mad Catter's the other. All right. Let's get started on this silhouette though. We can add in the battle axe later. So for this, like I said, I want to be interesting with it. I've tried being interesting with other ones, but I'm not very good at drawing people. Like, I'm surprised I've managed to pull off the ones that I have. Let's put it that way. People is a very difficult for me to draw. Always has been. I've always would draw, like, that's the reason why Paul Bearer down in the corner there was the mascot for my channel, because I just cannot draw people. So, but I mean, I've been getting better with these NPCs, which is really good. So I'm going to look up a Viking portrait right quick and try to get some ideas for, like, posture and kind of thing. Now, he's a very comical Viking, very cartoony style, like big beard, tiny hat, kind of, kind of thing. So, and the ones I'm seeing right now are very, very true looking. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. What if I say cartoon Viking? Getting a few more goofy ones. That one's a good one. I'm not gonna show, by the way. I was on. I used to show my references when I looked for them, but on the Discord, I seen some naughty bits, and so I decided to not show my references until I have them. Until I have them, I will show them. Oh, this is a good one. Oh, here, I tell you what, I can just put that there. That was the one I was talking about. That was a really goofy looking one. It's a little too silly. We're like, he's a very serious character. Like, he's very grumpy, very, very, he doesn't like to joke around, maybe. But, like, at the same time, he's still a very comical character. Look up Viking Dwarf. There are interesting results. All right, I'll do that. Oh, this is interesting. I like the bear head thing there. He's going, he's going to have his little helmet, but something we could play with, because he might have some crewmates that are also stranded. And part of the quest to get his boat going would be to find his crewmates. Oh, this is a good female dwarf. This is like probably one of the better female dwarfs I've ever seen. Like, she looks badass. Okay. And one more we'll call it. And I'll start drawing. Well, do we want to give him a big nose? That's a possibility. All right. How to Train Your Dragon. I'll check that out later. We'll do that right quick. We'll take a really quick look, and then we'll get started. Not seeing much though with the results that I did. All right, so minimize that. We'll get to work. Big nose, bigger horns. I'm thinking maybe a big nose. Because I think that really would stand out. Like, what if we took Teddy here? This is just for experimentation. sort of like, what would a big nose look like on this, on a character like this? Like if we took him here. It's all right. So I think we can play with a big nose for sure. Let's see. Will there be a demo? When will there be a demo? I'm expecting to have it ready. I'm working on it, like hardcore working on it right now. By the end of, well, not by the end of, at the end of March. Will there be a co-op mode for the no, this one? For the full release, yes. Demo, no. I don't have time to implement that kind of thing. Demo will have, not demo. Full release will have expected. Why are you not going up? Okay. So demo is expected to have local there's actually, I need to do a fact documents here. I have a fact documents on my Discord that answers a lot of that kind of thing. About the multiplayer stuff. Multiplayer is expected. However, at the moment, it's going to be at the very least local multiplayer. If the Kickstarter does well enough to warrant the time investment needed for me to do the online multiplayer, I'd like to. That said, not like some people have gotten confused thinking MMO. Like this is not an MMO. It'll probably be like 2 players tops. This is meant to be more of a single player experience. Are you using a drawing tech? I am, and there's more information about that in the description. Let's see. Now, big beard, right? This is just a massive beard. It's probably gonna go off the bottom here. He's got his little helmet right here. It's almost like a fez with big horns. Now this might not work because I already see the problem here. This might not work. In here it works fine because it's a tiny little. It's a couple pixels, but we'll have to see how it works here. So yeah, there's that. Now he's sort of got his he looks kind of tall though. Drawing this Viking here. Honestly, it kind of works at the moment. Yeah, maybe, but he still looks kind of tall. Although that's kind of an interesting take. Maybe his portrait is like more of an undershot, just to make him look bigger than he is, because that's sort of his deal. Is like he's this tiny little Viking is like imagine like a Chihuahua that they're always barking, that kind of thing. Color will come in later. I'm silhouetting right now. It's just sort of figuring out what the shape looks like, that kind of thing. But he did seem a little too tall and majestic. Bring that down a little bit. Or we could play into the smaller thing and make him even smaller. It's also a possibility. And would be more consistent with the style of the character. Like if we put his head way down here. Oh. Maybe. It kind of makes me think of him like standing at a counter, and you're like at the other end of the counter, and you can't really see him because he's so tiny. All right, I think that's pretty good. I love the undershot idea. Yeah. All right, now we just try to play with the silhouette a bit, make sure it looks interesting. He's like I said, he's probably gonna be grumpy looking, probably over the top grumpy looking. Let's see, short but wide shoulders. That was the thing. If you'll notice in his character, he's got his arms really big out like that. So yeah, like we can incorporate that as well. We don't want to go comical with it. We don't want to go too over the top, but yeah. You should go slightly silly character. because in Middletown the average male height was, well, a thing that has sort of happened with our characters is they've gotten tall over the time. Like, we started out with Selena and Teddy here. I think those were our very first, and Lafo. Lafo's intentionally small. But, like, over time, characters have gotten really big. Like, he was supposed to be, like, massive, but now he's not even that big. And so, there's even a joke I might even play in how Teddy, because he was supposed to be big. He was supposed to be, like, a really big, broad-shouldered kind of character. And then now he's tiny, and I'm thinking about making some jokes about that. Anyhow. By the way, I'm not a big character. People often like, you're shorter than I thought you would be. So that's why I think some of this is funny. Let's see. But we don't want to go too comical with the ends. Oh, they are like, and that's okay. Like, I like the height of these characters because it lets me get more information on them. I don't have to condense down the pixels as much, which I think is good because this is about, the game is highly, like, very much about the NPCs. Like, and I kind of want the focus to be on them. I think that's good. And so the more I can play into that, the better. Make him do a battle pose. We're going to do a standard one right now. They're going to have different portraits for different things. And this is more of a neutral. Even, like, he's still going to be grumpy and angry, but that's his normal face. We're going to be adding expressions to them at some point. I don't know if it'll be for the demo. That's a lot of work between now and then, and I'm very short on time right now. But next month is going to be dedicated to art, just about, if I can do it. So we'll have plenty of time for that kind of thing. Like, I'm probably even going to do, I'm thinking about doing another thing we've talked about on the Discord. It's having the player have 4 directional movement outside of combat. And then when they go into combat, do a sort of Legend of Mana thing to where they flip, they lock to one axis. And so that would reduce a lot of the animation work. So that's the kind of thing we'll be doing next month. Most of that will be on the Discord, though. We're still going to keep weekly streams here and keep it to interesting stuff like character portraits. I love doing character portraits because we get to flesh out these characters and talk about them and that kind of thing. Having a lot of fun right now. So yeah, but I think that's good for a silhouette. Let's go ahead and start getting some color in here. Floorbeard the pirate, he makes it up as he goes. The longest time he didn't keep a palette at all, really. Yeah, I kind of paid for that one, and I'm still paying for it a bit. Like, I've got all these I managed to get out. Like, I went through my art one by one, like picking the ones that I wanted and being like, okay, I prefer this one. I thought I had stuck to colors more than I did, but I ended up making a lot of colors I already had, and I ended up paying for that. I spent like an entire day just figuring out my palette. And I'm still not done. It's still on my to-do list. Yeah. Oops. Maybe you could give him a tiny nest in his beard. No, Selena's the one that has the bird in her hair. And that's going to be unique to her. Giving him a nest would sort of take away from that. Okay. And the helmet. Now the helmet shape is weird. And I was trying to fix that earlier, but it was doing weird things. Like, it's weird on his head. Might have to bring it up more and figure his head out better. Let's go ahead and throw some beard down. Helmet made his beard concave from the size. Braided beards? Oh, I don't know about that one. I like the idea of just a loose beard here, especially in the character portrait. Now, like I said, he is going to have probably some extended crewmates as well. And like maybe as a quest, you'll have to track some of those down to help build the boat back. Because that's his sort of main story, is getting his boat built back up so he can get back home. And possibly an extra area to explore as either like a DLC or a spin-off or something like that. Let's see. That was one of the intentions I had with that, which I think would be really cool. Like, if you repair the ship, you can sort of get a new area to explore, and have like a whole quest spinning off of that. Will every Viking you find be smaller than him? Probably not, because I think that's his thing. Is like he's small, and sort of. He doesn't like that he's small, maybe, or maybe he doesn't see himself as small, and he's trying to, well, I would say trying, but like he sort of goes out of his way to prove that the height does not matter. Now, eyes is going to be interesting. I'm terrible with eyes, and he's also kind of looking up in this pose. Well, let's get a bit of shadow lighting going on in here. We'll have to figure all that out later. The beard shape I'm not too happy with. The face, like I said, it's... I don't know. Let's get some eye sockets going in here so we can sort of figure out where that's going to be. Now, what do grumpy eyes look like? He's going to have bushy eyebrows for sure. You might want to place the eyes first. Yeah. That's what we're going to do now. Because the eyes is going to determine a lot, and especially the character, like how his expression and kind of thing. And then he's going to have. And I'm just sort of placing things here. We can always, we can always move this stuff around later. I'm taking a very painterly approach where I can just sort of throw some stuff down, push it around a little bit, use the move tool, that kind of thing. Put braids in the beard? I'm thinking not. I'm thinking just a loose beard. Maybe. We could look at that, but I like the idea of just sort of a big bushy beard. Not really well kept. Makes him look more aggressive, maybe. Braided beards look more sophisticated, in my opinion. Let's see. No, I'm too concerned about the dislikes. Not concerned at all. You'll get them. Okay. So let's go ahead and get the nose here. This is not coming a little better than I thought it would be. The beard's not there. The beard's not there at all. The nose looks a little too friendly, actually. How's that happen? Noses are interesting, and this guy's gonna be nose. This guy's nose is going to be very interesting, given how prominent it is. What if Viking thinks that he has shipwrecked into a land of giants? Now that would mean we would have to make everybody else tiny, but that is gold. Oh man. Let me make a note for that right quick. Oh, I don't have a stream card ready. It's gonna take me just 1 second. Luffa thinks he's stranded on an island of giants. There you go. Is that a nose or a chin? It's the nose, and we're still working on it. Let's see. I think for it to be a grumpy nose, it needs to be pushed up further. Maybe a little more upturned. That's a little better. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Let's see. Now, his nose isn't in the portrait. Is there a way for us to put this in the portrait as well? It's gonna be difficult with that eye. Having it upturned. Something like that. Maybe it covers the eye. Oh, that's something. It kind of looks almost bird-like, though. Did I put that on a new layer? I did not. I'm going to copy that. Paste it as a new layer. Wow. Let's undo all that. Just so we have the original. So we can... There we go. Alright. Maybe we bring it down a little bit. Because it almost, like I said, it almost looks a little bird-like. Something like that. Has a very big nose. What's what we're playing around with is how does that look? It kind of takes away from his character sprite. Oops. So I don't know that I feel it there. It might be too comical for a portrait. Because now he kind of looks very generic in the portrait. Yes, I think it might be a little too much of a nose. It's a funny idea, but I don't think it's going to work the way we'd want it to. Let's see if we can. I have him, this is actually unintentional, but I have him sort of looking up, which I think is hilarious. And that works as well. Maybe a more regular wide nose than the big round cartoon nose? Maybe. Let's see. That looks like he's looking at you now. Which might be a thing we could play with, because this is a portrait, and they're more meant to be speaking to you. Make it redder. I don't know that I want to dig around in colors right now, to be honest. And that might make him seem drunk. I don't want to make him a drunk. Let's play around with some other things. And we'll come back to that. Now I only have the one eyebrow color. Did I take that color from somewhere? Or did I make it myself? I made it myself. Specifically for this. So... I think he might need more of a color there, maybe. The beard's got to be bigger. I don't know. We probably will, because of the shape, I'm not feeling it really, to be honest. But we should probably make sure we get this in here as well, this mustache, because I think that's very character defining. Which might be why the nose wasn't working. Now his eyes are a bit high on his head. Might have to bring them down a bit. Okay, that's better. He's is he bald in the other beardless one? No, he has. Well, he doesn't have any hair. let's play with a bit of baldness first. And then we'll figure out from there. We already have, I think, at least one bald character. Do we have another? I don't want to have that one. He don't count though. Okay, I just didn't want it to be a thing like the top hats. That's a bit much though. I feel like he should roll around. What do you mean you feel like he should roll around? Like a child? He ain't childish. Not sure what you're talking about. Let's see. Probably furl his brows up a little bit more with some shading. It looks more worried. His chin is the helmet. His helmet has counteracted. The helmet's small though. I mean, the horns are pretty big, but horns probably don't. I don't even know. I have no idea how much horns weigh. I probably shouldn't say that. Alright, I don't think a big nose is gonna work out. I like it though. I like that his nose isn't too big. He looks more relatable. Not so cartoony, which is a big thing. Like I said, the NPCs is a big part of the gameplay. I do want them to be relatable. We don't want to go too cartoonish with it. I want you to see Lafo be like, I want to be his best friend. Like, no matter how grumpy he is. So I kind of want to make sure he's still relatable. The cracks in the horns would add a lot of detail to the portrait. Well, we'll get to that. That's more of a polishing thing. Right now, I'm trying to figure out the shapes and everything. Because right now, okay, this looks garbage. It's not meant to look good. But I think that's pretty good shape-wise, actually. The eye here. We gotta figure out the eyes. Make him a little more angrier looking. I'm thinking... probably have to bring that down a bit. The eyes always give me the most trouble doing these things. Also, probably want to do a shadow, but under here. Try making the beard more handlebar shaped. Like a biker? Probably not. Probably round it out a bit here. Unless that's what you mean. Yeah, that can work more. I can't make them look more stern. I like that. I'm going to take down from that face a little bit. Maybe narrow his face out. Make a wrinkle near the eyes. Like under the eye, like oops. Something like that. Let's get the pupils going. Let me use this one. I love this so much. Man, portraits are fun. Oh, just the eye color. I don't know if that would work. And then Usually there's a lower color there. Take from this one. Could have. It must have been on. Maybe it's on this one. Yeah. I usually have a shadow color for the eyes as well. I'm surprisingly happy with this. It come out a lot better than I expected it to. He's just small in general, yeah. I wouldn't say he's a dwarf. He's just a short man. I don't know about height, but I don't know. I don't know. What are those horns attached to? They're attached to the helmet, but we'll tweak that a little bit. The helmet was lower. I pushed it up some. The horns didn't go with it. Oh, I've been slowly chipping away at them. Probably pushed them up on their own. I don't think I'm gonna pull them down a little bit though. Let me bump that up a bit. Okay. I don't know, man. The horns are short, hard to shape. I'm not happy with it. Maybe one of the horns will be bigger than the other. I think somebody might have said something like that when we was doing his portrait. No, I think it was. I was thinking of the enemy. This guy has a broken horn. Could try something like that. I don't like this back horn. And so maybe for that case, that would make it feel a lot more lopsided though, which would be hard to sell, I think. Maybe just bring it down in general. Maybe we don't go big horns. Or not as big as I'm trying to go. Something like that, maybe. That would require a different left and right sprite rather than flipping him. Or the short horn will always be back, for example. Yeah. I just came back from a 5-minute break and his face is just 1,000 times better. Yeah. That's the way these things work. They always start really bad. Especially faces. They start off really bad, and they eventually get there. He's still got a lot of improvement to do, so he has a long way to go. But the shapes are there, and I'm happy with the shapes. And we're about to start working on a bit of polish once I figure out what to do with these horns. And and also he's got some arms going on here. He's got on his little overalls, as you can see, but I don't think we'll get to see that, unfortunately. Oops. Because it is more of a, it'd be under his beard. It's the wrinkle in the eye that made the portrait look good. Yeah. I agree. It really did help a lot. Bigger horns are better for his height proportions in the picture. It's hard to pull off them. And with such a tiny little helmet. Plus, I don't want the horns to grab all of the attention. We can also right quick throw in a little axe. Okay. I think his helmet needs to be a little bigger. Well, that's his thing, is he has a tiny helmet. Intentionally so. In fact, I think it should be smaller. The helmet is shaped weird though, so I think we should play around with that for a bit. Also, the horns don't have any shading. We can push around a little bit of shading. I don't want to get too shaded with them because I know I'm not going to stick with them the way they are. But maybe it'll help us a little bit. Sort of figure out what's what exactly. I don't like. I don't like. Make a background. The horse and the helmet are really bright. Well, it's I can add something to the background. This is going to go over about talking portraits. So I'll show you right quick. We already have a baker. Let me just kill these real quick, and then I'll show you how, because we have set up for the that's where the portrait's going, and we want the game to be visible behind it. Not lawful, but one of the crewmates could have a big heavy moose horns on his helmet, which makes it hard for him to stand up, but he refuses to take them off because he wants to look scary. Moose horns, that's funny. We should certainly play around with different types of horns. Moose horns is hilarious. Or just deer antlers. I like your little main menu you got going on there. Got a cool idea for the art you put it. I have no idea for the art that I'm putting there. But that's what we're going to be doing next month as well, is figuring out the title skip menu. It's just there for debugging purposes. I had it because I'm trying to work in the new game with the I've got save data going. I can save the game and load it up, and I just wanted to be able to do all that, not be not hold on, not like to the last minute, and need to implement a save system like a week before the demo, because that'd be terrible. Okay. Just gonna do a little bit with a beard, get some better shapes going. Still terrible though. Hair is tricky. Oops. Alright, I'm guessing co-op is after the... Yes, co-op will not be in the main game. Dark brown runes at the bottom of the stick of the axe. If they're there, I'd need a reason for them to be there. So we're not going to do it now, but it's certainly something we could do later on. Because usually with that kind of thing, like, the player might be like, wow, why that's there? And they start theorizing about it and that kind of thing. So we would probably have to address it. In some form. It could be useful, could not. Where will you release the game? Will it be standalone or perhaps Steam? Full release is going to be on Steam. Beyond that, I haven't really given it much thought, because full release is still a long ways away. I'm going to do research and that kind of thing to be like, what would be the best thing to do? My main concern with the different platforms is like spreading myself out, like the attention. Because imagine like if I post to 5 different platforms, I might do mediocre on them. Whereas if I post to just Steam, I could do well on Steam kind of thing. the kind of thing I'm considering, but that's not for a long time to consider about. Maybe you could add an NPC with a weirdly specific profession like cheesemaker. We're not going to do too much with cheese. We have the cheese baron. His purpose originally was going to do like a cheese as potion sort of mechanic, but I think we're going to do food instead. And his purpose was sort of teach that out. So he's the cheese baron. He's so fancy. He's got 2 monocles, and that's that. So I don't know what purpose he'll serve now, but yeah. Let's see. Are you going to make character customization? That's the plan. Yes, we did a stream recently where we did where we drew some character customization options. I don't feel like pulling that up though. All right, but back to this guy. What am I working on? Oops. The horns. I really need to get these horns out. What if I'm gonna go ahead and throw in my outline as well. Outlines, I think we're at the point where we can throw in the outline. The helmet is really bad, actually. I've known this. The outline just sort of proved it. I saw right here. He's also got a bit of a cone head going on. That's what I should have done. I should have drawn his head first and added a helmet to it. So I'm going to do that. And plus, I might be lazy and just do the helmet off stream. We'll see. I'll tell you what. What I'm going to do is duplicate. So that we can have it for later. Because I might need the helmet for other things. Maybe we bring it back and just reshape it. But we do need to get like his actual head shape going on. Figure that out, and then we can put the helmet on top. Helmet on Discord stream. We might just do that later on tonight. Give him a bump from the helmet. You wouldn't see it. Like, this is just temporary to sort of figure out the size of his head and that kind of thing. Although, I mean, he doesn't look too bad. Bald. Maybe after we're done with here, like, we keep a save of it and do it later. Maybe he loses his helmet. Oh, come on. Let me fix that eraser. Almost looks sad now, though. I don't know how I lost that. Maybe the brows weren't doing it. Brows maybe not aggressive enough. Maybe we bring them higher up. Make them bigger. Oh, that didn't go the way I wanted it to. Well, that's better. Bushy beard and bushy eyebrow. That's the idea. I like Olafo. He seems like he'd be a cool character. He looks grumpy. Yeah. That's his thing. He's just grumpy. Okay. Pull that back a little bit too. I love this. Oh man. Okay. I almost kind of don't want to give him horns now. certainly a possibility. Let's play with this sprite. See if there's a way we can not give him horns and see how that looks. What do y'all think? Mike can also. Ah, man. Them eyebrows is going to be hard to do and get rid of at the same time. G makes a lot of bald men with beards. Looks naked. He does look naked in here, and that's going to be difficult to do because he's meant to have like a short, like sleeveless shirts with overalls, sort of like a tank top, like a green tank top with overalls over it, and that, and in the portrait, his beard's over top of that. I don't know how to skirt around that, and it might just be the removal of the helmet that did that. I want to try a Mad Catter portrait today if we have time. Yeah, we have plenty of time. I was thinking we'd do Mad Catter next because a Mad Catter portrait would be fun. But I definitely wanted to get Lawful out of the way because he is going like. He sort of feels left out because the first characters have a portrait and he doesn't. They want their really face. Let's see. Okay, I think that's where we're going to leave him for now because I think that gets the idea across that I wanted to do. So I think we'll go ahead and hop in and do a Mad Catter one. Let's see. All right. So, Mad Catter. Let's go ahead and pull him out right quick. He is this guy. We started out with this guy on stream, just sort of talking about him. And then I did this guy on the Discord. And he... Is it this one? Yeah. What? That's the best friend. Oops. Do we have to find him? Oh, come on now. I'm going to have to search all of these. Wait, yeah. Because apparently I drew him on a layer that I shouldn't have. Oh, come on. There he is. Okay. So we will. Oops. There we go. And we'll bring him over here. He's going to be an interesting one to portrait because, I mean, I'll have more experience doing the like the animal type portraits with pallbearer and that kind of thing. And like I said, I'm NPC like characters, not really my strong suit. So it will be interesting to see what we can do with him. Still going to be like still very new at the portraits, so it's not going to be terribly great. Now, we might. One of the things we said on the stream is, which if you can look here and see how we had him looking actually at the camera, and sort of the thing he'd be in that he might break the fourth wall, and so we could have his portrait do that as well, maybe. You think he will be derpy or creepy? He is whimsical. He is very He's not derpy, but yeah, he's very whimsical, very powerful. And I'm thinking what his thing will be is that he attacks and he can usually one shot everything, but he does so rarely. Like he just sort of skits around, and you'll probably get annoyed with him not attacking. That's an idea. I don't know if we'll do it, but yeah, he's a very whimsical character. Like I'm thinking, like for music wise, just sort of an almost childlike song, maybe. Like not childlike, but very kind of thing. Mad Catter should look innocent. I would say innocent though. Would not say innocent. Let's see. Now, how do we want to do this? Sort of flamboyant. I'm not sure the exact definition of that term. It says exuberance, confidence, and stylish. I don't know. At least that wasn't the word I would thought of with flamboyant. Very stylish. I would say stylish. No. Make his portrait simply demonic. No. Don't know how I want to do it though. Now, hero. Was it hero? I think it's a skull. It was one of the Discord members when we streamed him did a portrait along with me, which is fantastic. Oh, I'm trying to find it right quick, but I'm not seeing it. Oh, I just tried searching for cat. That's not going to work. Thanks, Marrero. Okay, no, I don't see it. It was Scooter, wasn't it? I don't think it. I think it was. I think there were 2 people that did it that day. However, I might. I just tried to search for Scooter. I don't know. Mad Cat pressing something off of a table. I'm going to make a note for that. No, because cats, they do things. Mad Catter knocks things off of tables. What I'm thinking is maybe like while he's following you around or something like that. Like his tail, like as he's passing things, maybe his tail will swipe it. I don't know. Like I don't want to do too much with his tail. Like his tail is just meant to look really cool. And maybe like a I don't know. But I'm worried about the tail, basically. They should have a face on par with the feeling in the Alice in Wonderland cat smile gives. Sort of inspired by that. I don't want to lean too heavily into that. I kind of want him to be his own thing. But yeah. But it was sort of somewhat inspired by that. Like the names, certainly. Like, yeah. The sort of take on the name that I'm doing. Mad Catter should be like a Cheshire cat. I don't want to lean too much into it. I want him to be his own unique thing. Yeah. I want him to stand out. Let's see. What kind of ears do we want? I need to look at some cat portraits, maybe. I feel like that's going to be a weird search. Oh, then this is going to get creepy, probably. I'm going to go ahead and say it now. This portrait might not be canon. It could turn out creepy. We'll see. I want him to stand out. That's why he has purple and has a hat. There you go. For your reference, check Discord. Thank you. Yes, it was Hero. And I'll show it to you here too. Pull up my references. Thank you very much for that, Nikki. There's the one that Hero drew on the stream, like right after what he did was an interesting thing that I thought was really cool. He drew along with me but didn't watch. So like this is what he came up with on his own, which is really cool. So I'm gonna be using that as sort of my reference. I don't want to go with he's a very like. Oh yeah, I don't know. Compared to everybody else, he is kind of big, isn't he? I was thinking he'd be more of like a little smaller, but he is kind of big. All right, so we don't want like I can see where this is going here, and this is not good. This is sort of looks like something off of a Scott Cawthon game. We want to avoid that where possible. So bring him down a little bit. Maybe we make his head bigger. We should also probably bring in some 2 size reference images. Like right here, say 300, 400. Bring that up, both of these to 400. So we can get an idea of how big he is compared to everybody else's portrait. Because something like this, I feel like could get out, like size-wise, could get out of hand. He's like a weird Mewtwo. I'm trying not to make him like a weird Mewtwo. Aniki said the same thing. And there's actually, I don't feel like drawing it, maybe. Oh. When I tried doing enemies for the game I did before here, like it had some weird enemies, and one of the weird ones I drew, like it was very simple, and so it ended up looking like a regular Mew, not a Mewtwo, but a regular Mew. So I like this. Now with the hat in the portrait here, I went with I tried making the hat more angular. I kind of like that look. And here it looks more flat. I think I might have to go back and fix that. The brim, I would like to be big as well, probably. Maybe we'll angle it down some. And we might have to bring him down even more. Something like that. Like I said, now with Heroes, he's very kind of reminds me of a certain cartoon character, but that I don't know. At the same time, he's very creepy. Like I want him to be a little unsettling, to maybe make the player like start to think about him, but I don't want him to be creepy. I just want him to be a little silly. Very whimsical. Teeth super sharpened, but no, not at all. You could give it a little bell on its tail. Interesting. Or if not, maybe on its neck. Let's pull up the here he is. Well, let's pull up the characters. I did the little clasp here that I've been doing for other people, but maybe a bell here. Let's get a darker color. Maybe. That's not going to be the final one, but sort of get the idea for it. He should be afraid of mice. Well, one of the things we said earlier, like when we drew him, is like maybe he used cheese and like traps and stuff like that. I don't know. I'll have to go back and look at that stream. We talked about it a good bit on there. Okay. I want to be able to see his ears in the silhouette. That's for sure. So maybe we put him up here. What do y'all think of that? You don't need it, but it helps create an atmosphere. Let's see. No, music game, free game. I would, you don't mean like, you don't have to have it, but like, it really makes a big difference having music in your game. Like, it sets the tone so much. Suggestion for the ears: have the ears be pushed forward to the brim of the by the brim of the hat. I like the implications of that. Like, and it's because I was thinking, go with the standard ears through the hat, but the fact that he sets his hat on his ears is funny. Like I said, I still want to be able to see it through the silhouette, but like something like that, maybe. I don't know. I feel like that would give him. I'm getting a certain vibe from it that I don't want. Like a posh schoolboy kind of vibe from that. Like it's almost like his hair is parted kind of thing. Whereas the vibe that I kind of want from him is more of like a powerful magician kind of thing. If he mashes his ears down, you can make him hard of hearing. Good. The way I see the reference you have there, it looks to me like the ears are resting under the brim of the hat. The one, here? Oh, that's true. The one that I have here. That is true. Although that could be changed. That was just more of a concept. And I still want to fix his hat there. I'm not happy with the hat. But you also lose that in the silhouette. Like I said, I really want the ears in the silhouette. I think it'll look good. So we'd have to do it in such a way there. Or, I mean, well, let's tell you what. Let's try it without the silhouette and see what it looks like. Maybe the ears will be like a thing you don't notice until later. That could work. The whole point of like getting that kind of thing in the silhouette is because it's the first thing that the player is going to see. The player, like, mentally, they analyze the silhouette first, and then they start noticing details. And so if you put things in your silhouette, that you can control the things that stand out the most. So let's try it without it and see. Okay, I think that's the shape is fine. Maybe we bring the tail out a bit. Now the issue with this is if you look here, I don't have any box here for the portrait. I might have to make his portrait bigger to accommodate a tail coming up and down. I can't do that immediately. I'd have to change some code for that probably. So that's the thing to keep in mind. My computer is almost out of battery. Oh, sorry, I hate to hear it. I love your work so far, by the way. I just started watching your YouTube videos. Awesome. Thank you. What if the part that is in the rim of the hat right now becomes the ears? Add the rim above the hat, which will allow it to have add the rim above the hat. Tilt it backwards a little. You'd lose it in the silhouette, though, but we could do that. Well, since we're not using the silhouette, we could do something like that. That was what I was going to do without the silhouette, sort of like have them about right here. So that's what we're going to try here in just a second. Okay. Is that the color we have? Okay. So get him going here. I'm probably going to have to change this hat a bit because I want him to sort of look up a bit. Okay. We'll go ahead and get the eyes in. Let's get the mouth in first. The mouth is sort of the big thing here. So let's get that laid out first. What's the script to show what animation you're doing? Oh yeah. I have a state machine. I'll show that real quick. I feel any key really in me right now. I have a state machine which takes a dictionary, and when you add a state, it uses the size of the dictionary as the identifier for the state, and then to change it, I set it to a label that I have over every entity's head. That whenever I'm debugging and I have that enabled, it will take the state value, which is that integer, and get the key value from it from the dictionary, and then put that as the label. That's what you say. I wanted to show it though, so it wouldn't be confusing. Okay. All right. And now that mouth a little more rounded, so I think we're gonna turn it. Let's see. I don't think I'm gonna like it this way, but I want to try to turn it that way. I think that gives it gives more creepy vibes. Wanted to see what that would look like. If we angle it too much, it's almost has this Momo look to it, which we want to avoid. Wait, when was the cat added? The cat, that is Mad Catter. We drew him in a stream a few weeks back. He's going to be a party member. But Mama has a great theme song. Giant teeth spiking. He's not meant to be creepy, you know. He's a whimsical cat. Not a creepy cat. I mean, he's meant to be sort of playful. Probably want to do more angled. Okay. Plays it should be a magician at first meeting. Let's see what we're doing now. Looks like a creepypasta to me. We're working on it. All portraits look creepy when they start out. Yeah, not creepy. The cat's not going to be creepy. What drawing tablet are you using? There's information on that in the description. More spiked eyes, maybe. Eyes will take me some time. Cause I could spend all day here working on eyes, and I really don't want to do that. That's not terrible. Oof. I should have probably. Oops. That one. Oh, he's gonna be tricky. Looks like a shapeshifter since he's flying. You know, we talked about him possibly being a shapeshifter. I'll have to watch that stream. I think I have some notes on it too as well. But yeah, that was sort of one of the things that was suggested. Like I said, he is quite powerful. Oh. So there's probably a lot of things he could do. Oh, let's see. The hat colors, I'm going to have to tweak a bit. I think I need a darker color. I went with this one, but you can barely tell it. Maybe. Plot twist is actually the final boss following you on your journey. Are you going to add a bird character? If so, they could have a love-hate relationship with the cat. It's an interesting idea. It's an interesting idea. Hey, yaddy, yaddy. Let's see, I already have the... And a mouse. We're just adding all the animals. There's probably going to be like a bird and mouse pet, probably. And they can have interactions together. I think that could be a lot of fun. Every time the mouse is on the screen, the mad cat turns his head. We'll have to see what that would look like animation-wise. Just randomly instances of mouse for the cat to look at. Just came back from getting coffee and almost spilled it. I'm working on it. Jeez. Oh, man. Let's see. What if we add eyes? Maybe that'll make them less creepy. Let's see. That's weird. I must have did a thing there. Maybe you're squinting too much. It's a work in progress. Oh. Smug face might be interesting. Maybe his mouth is too big. Maybe it's too pointed. Hold on. Yeah, that's better. And also don't forget his little nose. See, isn't that better? You need like half close the eyelids. Probably. I was actually just about to pull this down a little bit. Oh, shouldn't they be black with the white They well, every character has sort of black eyes. We're still like we can change how they look, but maybe he has more black to them. There you go. That's not so bad. Oh. When does this portrait get more unsettling? I'm working on it. Let's see. Let's add a bit of shadow under here. I think that's what we're missing. Yeah. I feel like the eyes, and he needs red eyes as the cherry on top. He's not an evil character. Jeez. Hold on. It looks more like a. It makes him look angry. Okay. We're gonna sort the eyes out. We'll get there eventually. Alright. Back to the silhouette. How do we want to do that? I'll tell you what. I'm gonna look. No link. YouTube doesn't even let you allow links anyhow. I'm going to look. What would be a good search term for what I'm trying to do? I feel like it isn't clear enough that that is tail behind it. We'll look into that as we get there. We might have to do some more with it. Unless you mean the silhouette. If the silhouette's not clear, then yes. Colors, we're not there yet. Can the mod create a poll and share it on Discord? It's been mostly justified. Let's see. Oh, so what would be a good search term? Mad cat eyes. I'll tell you what. Let's look at Cheshire cat, because they probably have the kind of eyes that we're looking for. I want something that's sort of just really, really, really playful and really joyful. I want you to see it, be like, oh, but at the same time, oh, ooh, it's a little unsettling. Oh, this is interesting. I'm going to pull that there. Oops, oof, oof. Small black eyes? Well, we could try it, but the eyes say a lot about a character, and small black eyes might not do it for him. I don't want to sound mean, but the full body character has a face which reminds me of a small pig. Yeah, well, the face is still working on. It's probably the nose there that does it mostly. But yeah, I agree. I don't like the nose the way it looks. I've tried to get that nose, but it's tough. But yeah, let's try it. Let's try smaller eyes. Also, I should do that, because that'll probably help a lot. Oh, that's interesting, actually. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Let's play around with this idea for a bit. And back to creepy. But I like what the eyes do. They sort of, I don't know. I think they speak to his power, but at the same time make you not think about it. Oops. Like, I don't know. It's a very cool effect. Certainly worth considering. Knobs his eyes. Try wide and low with them. Oh, try that. I think it'll get rid of the thing that I really liked about it, though. Yeah, it seems more. We could probably do that as a possible expression, but overall, it makes him seem more laid back and docile, I think is the word I need for that. Yeah. Oh, that's almost demonic looking, though. What about a third layer? Usually a third layer really kicks it off. Oh, there's some... okay, I think we're going to go with plain black eyes. There's some really cool expressions we can do with that. So this will be his standard look. How big can we go before we break this? I think that was right where we want to be. So I think we go with that. The monocle is like the hair nest. It only works if it's unique. Correct. We want to try to keep things unique to their characters. Otherwise, it becomes a thing, and it's not as cool. Okay. I probably want more shadow on this side. Pretty excited to get this character going, actually, with the eyes here. A lot of cool stuff we can do with that. And like I said before, he's a very expressive character, and that's really going to come in handy for the story stuff, I think. Okay. Yeah, the bell. I might... Now, it's also, like, he might be kind of big. Like, he's compared to everybody else. It's one of the concerns I have. But we'll see. Alright, let's get this going a little bit. We should also start... I think we have about the shape. I might thin his face out a bit. But overall, I think the shapes are good. Maybe, I think I do maybe one... No, I don't know. I think round face is fine. We're going to go ahead and silhouette. Not silhouette, outline. Get that ready. Yeah. Okay. Let us have this here. Probably just outline a few teeth. Oof, no. Maybe just one outline here. I think it's too uniform. Maybe if we put one back here. Something like that. I don't know. I think it's probably a little too creepy. Let's see what we'll do, actually. Just so this really stands out. What if we do that? Just sort of like really go on all the white teeth thing. Oop. They need ears. Oh, right. They need ears. I'll forget about that. We wanted to do the ears. Sort of. Thank you for reminding me. I would have totally forgotten. Sort of like pressed up against the hat like this. I feel like the color makes his teeth look yellow. Even now. Like, it's pretty white. It's a bluish white. I don't see the yellow, to be honest. Well, we could go... Maybe we lean into the purple a bit. Maybe it would have like an outside influence on the color. How about that? Optical illusion. I mean, I feel yeah. I understand that. Oop. Which I appreciate you pointing it out because I wouldn't have seen it. Judging by the sprite, it seems the ears should poke out just beyond his hat. The sprite, we're not. This is not something we have to go by. We can flip flop back and forth, and then sort of meet in the middle. The ears need a slightly different color. Well, it's silhouetting. I'm trying to figure out how they want to go, like shape wise. What if the chin gets smaller? I tried pointing it a bit, but I wasn't too keen on it. Rounded ears. We probably need them a little more rounded than they are. I don't want to go too round though, because like little spiky ears sort of says cat to me. Round ears is more mouse-like. He could watch you throughout the game in different animal forms until you meet him and he tells you about it. Possibly. Something to consider. I'll make a note for it. Okay. Whiskers. Yes, he'll need whiskers. We'll get that later on, though. I would have forgotten those, so remind me if we don't do it here in a little bit. Take it easy, bud. It's not time where you live, so yeah, take it easy. I didn't like how that was looked out. What if we... floppy ears seems almost dog-like. We're trying to get the idea. It's like, yeah, it looks too posh. It's gonna be tricky. Let's try here. Oops. What do you think of that shape-wise? Like how that sticks out from the hat and the silhouette and all that fun stuff. Almost seems feminine though. For some reason, I'm not sure why. Try doing triangle ears, but not above the hat. I tried doing below the hat and it wasn't working. The shape of the ears looks good. Maybe. The ears, that's silhouette and color. I'm worried about the shape right now. There's no sense in shading until I get the shape sorted out. Maybe have the ears folded under the hat. I tried that, but it wasn't too keen on it. Let me pull up. He has more round ears. What if I do here? I don't know. What if we give him tiny ears? Just like that. You like the ears under the hat? Like this right here? Maybe you'll need to make the hat look as if halfway behind the head so they're not folding the ears. Could do that. Let's see. Need a darker color here. You really like that? Looks better. I like it. Okay, let's try adding some shadow now, because that'll pop it out and make it look a little better, I think. Let's see, I'm thinking shadow here, lighting here, excuse me. Probably need a different color for this. It's gonna be a tricky one. Oof, no, we don't want to do that. This color is very tricky for whatever reason. That was about the closest we got. That's fine. My video quality dropped to 144, and you look much better. Speaking of which, I actually don't have my camera on. For all I know, it looks terrible. It's a low quality camera, so if the lighting can really mess it up a bit. Let's add. Don't forget, right? Whiskers. Thank you. Okay, I'm thinking, what color do we want for whiskers? We're just gonna throw them in here. I don't want it to be too distracting though. Part of me wants to leave it off, seeing the trouble that it's causing, because it's adding a lot of noise to the portrait. Dot whiskers. Oh, that's an idea. Maybe some tiny whiskers. Or just dots. Try just some dots. Oh, that's good. Thank you for that suggestion. Yeah, that looks great. I think when it's scaled down, the whiskers would be invisible. No, I've seen it here as well. I've got the once in a while I keep a preview here. And besides, this is about the size you would see it in the game. That's at a 0.3. If I go full screen, it's 4 times. Which is what this is at. I like this. I like this. Okay, I'm going to add a bit of that here. No, I'm not. I'm gonna try giving just a little more shape to this because I don't like exactly how round it is. It's too round, but at the same time I don't want it too pointy. I don't want him to give him a chin. I don't know what to do more with this. Probably round that out here later on. If anything, I'm gonna try to lower them a pixel. That's another expression worthy one. So what do y'all think? That versus that. One pixel up or down? Is this a genie cat? This is the mad catter, correct? Okay. No, it's not a genie cat. This is a party member that follows you around. I think I'm gonna reduce this a bit. He's a very whimsical cat, though. Seems to be up. All right, up it is. Okay. What else do we need? Oh, I wanted to shade the cape a little bit, or light the cape up. Do I have? There we go. I want to light this up without giving it too much depth, but I want that turn a bit there. Something like that. It still feels too depthful though. Maybe we just go full light that out. I don't know. How'd you get so good at pixel art? I wouldn't say I'm good, but a lot of practice. I've been doing this for about 1.5 years now. And practice is a big thing. With me, when I practice something, my goal isn't to get good at a thing. It's to do it over and over again until I learn how to do a good thing. Like, I find that getting tips doesn't really help. Like, it's good to know them and it's good to think about them, but don't focus on them. Just draw and you'll sort of figure it out. If you think too much on it, then you'll start to bog yourself down and you won't make any progress. So one of the things that I do is I do interval timers, where I will create a timer for 5 minutes, and for 5 minutes I draw a thing, and I get a 30-second break. And in that 30 seconds, I usually look at what I just drew and think about how I can improve it the next time. And when doing that, I get things like, I don't know. I don't have anything on hand to demonstrate it, but that's one of my favorite techniques for learning. Where am I at? There we go. Okay. Oh, I should probably add a bit of shadow under his lip for that depth. That's going to be a tricky one, though. The trouble with him, I might actually maybe space him out one. I'll have to see how that looks. Because I don't like, when doing this kind of thing, I don't like having even center. Makes it tricky for things like the middles and whatnot. Maybe the king queen of the country the game takes place in is a lizard dragon person, and is reference to the queen is a lizard person joke. No. Don't put memes in your games. They don't age well. Have you done that thing where you get 10 seconds to draw, then 30 seconds, then I have not done that, but that's something I should do. I didn't even think about it, to be honest. But that's actually a good thing to try. Because one of the thing that I said, like the 5-second thing, it's not good for finished art. It's good for learning, but it's not good for a more polished style. But it is good to learn like where you're making mistakes. It helps you not get bogged down, that kind of thing. But I think I would do that kind of training as well, because that sounds good for actually finishing quality stuff. Okay, where are we at? Yeah, I think I'm about to call it here if y'all have any questions before we go. But I think that's pretty good. It's good for gestures, and gesture drawing is a good thing I used to do. Look up gesture drawings. Prokopenko has some really good videos on them. You're gonna be dragon for boss fight? No. Oh wait, no. Or like great for warm up. Yeah, the 5-minute thing is really good for warm ups. Do you like drawing straight on or at the side? I don't like drawing straight on. It's usually very bland if you don't do it well. I prefer drawing to the side because you get more of the character. I drew him in the front because he's just, I think it's a more playful thing to do with what we have here. I'm probably gonna have to do something with those teeth though. It's still a little off. But yeah, he's on the front because even when we concepted him out the first time, like we even had him facing the front just because it'd be so different from everybody else. I think the cat is so cute. It is mine and I am taking it home now. He is pretty cute. I like him. Will the cat be schizophrenic? No. I ain't gonna talk much about him. Oh, that did a lot. Is it going to be human form by any chance? We've talked about him being a shapeshifter. I haven't. It's not something I've given a whole lot of thought to. But he does break the fourth wall. That is true. But I think that'll be it. Thank y'all for watching the stream. And this was an interesting one. We got a lot of work done too as well. Still a lot of polish to do on these, but these are meant to give me concept ideas for how I want to lay things out. Love getting the feedback from y'all. It really does help. Must extract the information by force? No. Is it male or female? I haven't really decided on a gender, but I'd probably say a male. Like, I mean, it's not like a thing that I've thought about. For all I know, he's genderless. But at the end, his gender's not important. He doesn't look any creepy anymore. What was working towards? I mean, all my portraits start out creepy though. Like you should have seen the best friend one, like very creepy one started out. Look, this is a boss behind you. I mean, he could do some creepy things. All right, well that is gonna do it for me. I will be in the Discord here in a little bit. I'm probably gonna do. I don't know. I hate committing things, so I'm not going to say that. But we've been doing streams there just about every day. Like some art and programming and stuff like that. So if y'all are interested in more of the stream things. And I will take... Oh, I about did it again. See y'all later.